Yeah, but screws, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, the funny thing about here, this is where the shit get tricky. Because, see, we ain't got to go too far back. I done did enough research for y'all to go back into the 1300s. You know what I'm saying? According to this particular family. You know what I'm saying? This imaginary made up Illuminati ass family. So with that being said, I want y'all to look real close at at this picture that I'm showing y'all. And y'all ask yourselves, are these brothers, these five brothers, do they have the same mama? Do they have the same daddy? They ask y'all, they tell y'all the Jackson 5 and the Jackson family. You understand? But we're gonna go back. Like I said, because it's only right to go back. So we're gonna go back as far as we need to go back. So right now we at Prince Albert Scruse. Now what y'all don't know about Prince Albert Scruse is Prince Albert Scruse had 3 kids, not 2. He had Hattie and he had Maddie. No, Hattie and Katie. You understand? And what y'all don't understand, in the Freemason order, these names have lineages. They mean something. You understand? We can go into Hattie, how that meant a tall, beautiful, light-skinned woman. I think it was like related to Harriet or something. Don't get me wrong. Y'all do your own research. But I done did enough to tell you that this is what I think. You know what I'm saying? It's just my opinion. But I feel like it's the real opinion and it need to be said. So with that being said, we got Katie. You get Katie from Katie by the Door. You know what I'm saying? You do your research about that. Hear about Katie by the Door, keeping the secrets and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, she has a daddy, and she has a mother named Martha Upshaw, which was a hoe. She was a hoe. You know she was a hoe because she doesn't have a basis of where she's from. See, what y'all got to understand about the English language was it wasn't established back then. You know what I'm saying? As well as it is now. So you had a lot of motherfuckers switching names up, and because you got to understand what was going on at the time. It was the Indian Wars. You know what I'm saying? Trail of Tears, Indian War 1, Indian War 2. You know what I'm saying? Shit going on with the government. We got these slave plantations, aka prisons. You know what I'm saying? So these prisons, they you know what I'm saying? Like I say, they hold weight. Y'all think about it. If you come from Africa, how you end up with an English name? I mean, let's just be real about it. You know what I'm saying? We sit up here and we talk the most, but let's be real about it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we're going to finish on Prince Albert Scruse. This young man had a father named Prince Scruse, who also had a father whose name was Prince Scruse. Like I say, this is Screws. He also had, but see, you gotta understand where the great grandfather Prince Scruse comes from. You know what I'm saying? First of all, y'all gotta understand about lineage names. You know what I'm saying? So you either take the original name of what that person was, and you make it your middle name or your last name or your first name, or you add something to it. So with that being said, I'm not gonna get too in depth with it because we're gonna stick with this story. So with that being said, we got Prince Scruse. You know what I'm saying? What y'all don't understand, he was a part of the Seminole Wars. Most likely the last one, World War II. So, the Seminole Wars. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, he was on the other side. This is blatantly clear because of the name Jackson. He could be identified with travel. Now, he went in, he started a thing called Russell County, Alabama. You understand? This is where I go back and I talk to y'all about the Freemasons and how they were getting fucked up and treated just as bad as we was. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean us, I'm talking about the free people of America, because it was white and black slaves. But I say that to say this, we concentrating on one thing. So with that being said, like I said, with that being said, you had a motherfucker come in named Prince Scroose. Now, what y'all gotta understand about the Scroose family is the Scroose family started in motherfucking goddamn Georgia. And know what I'm saying? That's where the Census Bureau come in. The Census Bureau come in and they take lineages to the Scroose family. They let you know that 6%, which was mostly of the Scroose family, that were around the world at that time during the 1800s, was, you know what I'm saying, the Scrooses in Georgia, which were indigenous people. Now we going back to people not being African, but they were indigenous people, and those were the ones who set up there, because people like to get it confused about slavery. They talking about, well, yeah, Indian people had, black people had slaves too. Now, see, what y'all don't understand is we been had indentured servitude. This is how the Masons and the Moors and shit get South Carolina and shit like that there, because they earned it. You understand? Through work, through indentured servitude. You know what I'm saying? Even though that wasn't called what it was called. So with that being said, we're going to get back to the story. These people, we talking about the Scroose, which were probably freemen or freed man. Because y'all got to understand one thing about the Masonic people. They didn't want to be treated how we was getting treated. So they ran to the Europeans and say, hey, man, establish us, man. We need code names, man. We need motherfucking goddamn lineages. You know what I'm saying? So these people know that we not their people, and we'll help y'all on the side. This is how we get snitches. This is how we get spies. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we in the Scroose family. You know what I'm saying? Full of Freemasons and shit like that. You know this because you can look at their occupations. A lot of farmers, you know what I'm saying? Shit that a lot of history that they took from the Indians, as far as, you know what I'm saying, coming to help us out, marrying into our family and shit. And all this other shit. Because, yeah, the white people came. Yeah, they came in 1619. But they ain't know where the fuck they was going. But before 1619, you had Christopher Columbus, who came down south. That nigga seen all that fat ass and all that other shit. That nigga knew what time it was. This where the shit at. This where heaven at. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't going to get into all that. We going to stick to the story. So like I said, man, you got the Scroose family, man, in the Census Bureau that represented 6%, which was a big, large percentage of the Scroose family at that time in Georgia. So at the time before that, the Scroose family, they were farmers, philanthropists, and all that other shit. But then what do we have around that time? Because y'all got to understand, Prince Scroose, the first Scroose, was around the Seminole Wars and shit. We talking about 1828, when all this stuff was heavily trying to be established as far as the slavery and shit in this country. You know what I'm saying? Because first you had the Freemasons do their thing. Then you had the Declaration of Independence. And then you had them roll right over you with the Willie Lynch system, which wasn't made private until later. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, we're going to pick back up at the Scroose family. We got Andrew Jackson. They call him General Silver Knife Jackson or Stonewall Jackson, some crazy ass shit. But either way it go, this cracker was fucking up shit. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, he caused a lot of battles. What people don't understand is battles is different from wars. You know what I'm saying? Battles are encounters with people who you don't know nothing of. But then you have wars that are organized. You know what I'm saying? They called the Seminole Wars because they said we was all one. We was all together. And when I talk about all together, I'm talking about your Creek Indians, your Chickasaws, your Choctaws, your Blackfoots, your Seminoles. I'm talking about all of them, the Sioux tribes, all of them. They didn't know how to name us because they didn't get the right information. You understand? But they didn't give a fuck about that anyway. They just wanted the land and the ass. You know what I'm saying? This is how we had the wars, because we had the war for our family. See, a lot of people think that slavery was motherfucking goddamn, we was running all the goddamn time or we was in the plantation. No, it's just how it is today. You was allowed to roam free as you want to because you had your own land or whatever the fuck ever. You know what I'm saying? You had these people come over and start this goddamn banking system that started some shit that you motherfuckers don't even understand to this day. and had your land taken away from you and tell some motherfucking body that you waved from some over yonder. But back to what I was saying, the Jackson. Like I said, they had plantations, your Johnsons, Baby Powder, all them motherfuckers. Anybody with a big ass name, they had motherfucking they had plantations. But these plantations was used for work and used for employment. And these motherfuckers, they set up that you had motherfuckers who stayed around the area, just like we stay around our area now and we go to work just like today. You had those people. And then you had the people who were intermingled. This is how you get your prisons of the day. Then you had your prison people who got caught for doing whatever, God knows whatever. You know what I'm saying? Neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is y'all all bottled up on this place. And a lot of them, they say a lot of them stayed on there. A lot of motherfuckers didn't stay on the motherfucking plantation. They stayed around the area. You understand? This is how we got this sense of community. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't learned shit without us. But back to Jackson. Jackson chased a number of motherfuckers up out of there. You know what I'm saying? One being the meaning of Prince Screws. Like I told y'all, black people wasn't running every day, all day. We will settle. Y'all gotta understand, war is when you have a motherfucker go into your infantry or you got a spy or something and they give you the information you need to infiltrate the motherfucking spot. Now, with motherfucking goddamn battle, that's just you blamed on running up on the motherfucker. But we had a lot of battles, but we had a couple of wars. You understand? That means we had snitches. That goes back to the freedmans and their agreement to, know what I'm saying, help out as long as y'all don't treat us like you treat them. But the freedmans ain't tell us, you know what I'm saying, that was the big secret. They hid all that shit from us. Why they ass coming up, instead of being able to move across the country, making agreements and shit like that, everybody from Osceola on up to motherfucking W.E. Du Bois and every goddamn body else, you understand, making agreements on our behalf, but not really representing us. Not even telling us what the fuck going on, but having us railroaded. Them motherfuckers got reparations and shit like that, the farm and all this other shit. This is where you get this African shit, this black shit from. If you hear African before 1988, them a motherfucking spy because they come from motherfucking goddamn Africa over there in Spain, Morocco and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you know where the fuck you come from, that further lets me know that you an agent because this shit goes back so fucking far that it's very current today. It don't seem that goddamn far back. So like what I said, Prince Screws with another group of large members or whatever founded Russell County. I think it was but they let some white man take credit for it because the white people ain't fight. It was black on blacks fight. You got your goddamn Freemason Spanish people who was all mixed up with us who decided to turn on us. You know what I'm saying? Fighting for the white man. So the white man, they think the white man giving them some land. Oh yeah, we got a town. They let us establish it, put it on some paperwork and all that shit. But then turn around and had them same white motherfuckers run your ass right up out of goddamn town. This is how you got the Clayton. This is how you got Clayton, Alabama. How Prince Screws moved to Clayton, Alabama. You understand? With all that shit that's going on. So now we got Prince Screws. We got the daddy. You know what I'm saying? Up well, right, man. Probably born through the lodge. You know what I'm saying? Know the shit to do. But he was put with an Eastern Star. You understand? And them motherfuckers is very goddamn uppity. This is what y'all gotta understand. Them motherfuckers is uppity to the utmost. And what I mean by that is, motherfucker, they will fuck to keep the power in motherfucking family. They will have incest to have to keep the power in family. You know what I'm saying? This is how sick that shit get. So with that being said, this man has married Julia, I want to say Bella Jordan. Julia Bella Jordan. She married Mr. Screws. Her name was Screws. You know what I'm saying? But you can tell because he never had another wife or any kids, and she never had no other husband or any other kids. But she changed her name to Screws. Scrouse. This is how Google tries to play a trick on you, because when you look up Prince Albert Screws, they say he changed his name when he had kids. This is a lie. His name was never Scrouse. EWS. You understand? Because he was one of the last of the three children by Julia Bella Scruse to be born by Prince Scruse. So with that being said, he grows up in, I'm not mistaken, I want to say Clayton. So like I say, with these Freemason lineages and shit, they got, you know what I'm saying? It's always work. It's always plentiful. So these names are relevant because of the simple fact that the work that they put in. You know what I'm saying? That goes into a whole nother thing. But the point that I'm getting at is, oh shit. But no, the point I'm getting at is these people had the means and don't know how to do whatever they want. Not like your regular black indigenous people who didn't have the currency, you know what I'm saying, to move around how they wanted to move around. You know what I'm saying? These people shared currencies. They invested in each other's businesses and stuff. So they knew each other by names. These names was the code names why people have so much motherfucking pride in they goddamn motherfucking surnames. You know what I'm saying? All this shit here goes back to a sick ass motherfucking goddamn Roman Empire. If you want to be frank about the shit. But long story short, I will keep getting into it. So you have Prince Albert Scrouse. That's Scrouse. You understand? He gets with a woman, which would be Catherine's mother. I think it's Martha Upshaw, if I'm not mistaken. Martha Upshaw, which I told y'all was a hoe. You know what I'm saying? They had 2 kids or whatever. So, see, y'all gotta understand, man, ain't nothing new under the sun. See, back in those days, motherfucking men was getting left with the kids, and the motherfucking women was going out there hoeing. You understand? And vice versa through the years. You understand? But they was hoeing. You know what I'm saying? At that time. So cause she had 2, 3 other husbands. He didn't never have another wife. You understand? Which was crazy because how they had 2 kids, but he had 3 kids. We gonna get to that. See, what y'all gotta understand is, let me get a piece. What y'all gotta understand is, we gonna cut it off right here, but we gonna get back to part 2. Part 2 is how we gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying, Prince Scruse and how he ended up with his kids alone.